It all began in 1937 on this very basketball court in Kansas City. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way we lead, the way we make athletics greater than a game, and all strive to do more and be more. At the NAIA, we take the student and student athlete seriously and focus on the whole person, because individual growth doesn't stop at the final buzzer. Our character-driven athletics empower student athletes to succeed in competition, in class, and in life.
I'm not just preparing for the next game. I'm preparing for what's next.
For NAIA member institutions, small doesn't mean limited. It means limitless. Our schools aren't simply the sum of their teams. They're whole communities that are founded on opportunity, strengthened by tradition, and powered by passion.
Here, we build athletic programs that build lives and legacies.
Through our 29 sports, 21 conferences, 250 member institutions, and 83,000 student athletes, the NAIA fosters a culture of competition and connection in an unstoppable intercollegiate movement where athletics push to new heights and integrity keeps us grounded.
We don't measure success in W's alone. Our greatest victory is the community we create for the student-athlete experience.
Across the NAIA, we play for the love of the game, finding strength in our teammates and gaining inspiration from our challengers.
We know excellence doesn't happen by chance. That's why we built our own playbook for success. From our common sense regulations to our innovative tools like Return on Athletics to our commitment to character development, we help schools not just compete, but thrive.
Our investment goes beyond athletics. We're investing in the future of our student athletes and our schools.
We are bigger than a game, than a record, than a championship. We are the next generation of athletes, leaders, and game changers. It's why we choose the NAIA.
This is college athletics the way it was meant to be. This is the right way to play.
Lighting is a science with a tremendous amount of complexity. Every field, stadium, and complex has its own challenges. From design to production to installation, Techline Sports Lighting has been a leader in sports lighting solutions for more than 20 years. Techline Sports Lighting, the official sports lighting partner of the Southern States Athletic Conference.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kione Houlstead, and welcome to this exclusive interview of Behind the GS in Conversation. We're counting down to the days of the NAIA National Tournament. The selection process will be announced on Friday, where they will announce all the teams in the national tournament. We're expecting at least 4 bids from the southern states, a couple at-large, automatic bids. Shout out to Life University for winning the conference championship and the regular season championship as well. So today I have in the studio is Dalton State's men's golf player, Ben Mcfadden. Ben, welcome to the show. All right, Ben, so we just want to know a little bit about you, where you started and how you've gotten into golf. And also, tell about your story about how you got to Dalton State before we get into these questions. Submitted by the Genius fans, the Genius Universe, of course.
Mm-hmm. Let's say, so I've played golf like my whole life, really. My parents are big golfers. My entire family has some sort of a golfing background. So I was lucky enough with that. So playing from a younger age, I was very fortunate enough to kind of have it all handed to me instead of like some other people. Some of their parents don't necessarily play. So like my family worked at a driving range, we're like club pros. So I had it quite easy earlier on. And then maybe when I was about 14, I kind of knew that I was all right at this game, and I maybe had a good future ahead of me. And then I joined up with an agency called College Sports America to help me find a place in the States to play golf. And then I joined Dalton State. I'm a sophomore now, so this is my second year here. And I love it. It's really good. Don't regret a thing.
And how has College Sports America, the recruiting agency, which I'm familiar with, has helped you land yourself in the right place?
Oh, yeah, they're golden. They're so good. They kind of just do what you want, really. I mean, if you like a place, then they'll do their all to get you in it. If you don't fancy it or you don't feel it, then they'll just like keep looking for places. But when I heard about Dalton State and Coach Ben Rickett and got to know about him and see who he was and his background, it was a pretty easy decision. It was pretty good. It was very good.
Well, it's pretty great, I think. And I think in our last interview with Coach Rickett, like we really hit the hay with our questions and stuff like that. And I was able to get at least a great hour with him about, the coaching perspective. But now tonight's episode is focused directly on the player himself. So I have some questions for you submitted by Scott Frisbee.
Oh yeah.
So as a student athlete, what would attribute your academic success to?
Well, I'd like to consider myself a student. So you kind of have to put things in perspective and know what to do to achieve like good grades. I like to plan my time very kind of like a schedule to where I know I can get the most out of my school, but more importantly for me, keep my golf at a high level with practice. So I like to go to the library a lot. I love the library. It helps me zone out from golf and put 2-3 hours of the day in where I can smash some schoolwork out and then enjoy golf in the evening. So if you do it pretty balanced, then you keep everything going well, then it goes good.
And then outside of golf, what are some of your favorite hobbies when you're not on the course or, cracking the books, of course?
Big football fan, English. So yeah, I love watching football. I support Brentford, so I kind of grew up watching them. I play pretty much all sports, really. I mean, there's not really a sport that I haven't played or anything. I got into running quite recently, so most evenings I'm doing the loop round Dalton. I know the boys on our team have gotten into it as well. So the good thing about it here is everyone's kind of similar to me, where they just love sports and they love to compete. So we play a lot of tennis, a lot of golf, a lot of running, a lot of football, basketball every now and again. So it's good. I mean, it's perfect for me, and I wouldn't change it.
So moving on to question number 4. So is it hard for you to manage your relationships with all your other commitments?
It has its moments. It has its moments. Definitely easier at times than others, but no, not really. I like to say I'm pretty good at it. I kind of I'm good at prioritizing my time because I know what's important at certain points of the day or the week or whatnot. And I feel like if you do that, then you'll very rarely run into problems. So quite fortunate with that, I guess.
And then another question is submitted by Scott Frisbee. So he says, I know you're a very good putter. Is there anything you can share with the golfers watching to help them with their putting?
Yeah, so putting is by far my best strength. I'm a bit scrappy tee to green, and then when it gets on the green, that's typically where I do some damage. I think getting a putter that, for starters, just suits you, like when you look at it, because I think the biggest thing is where some people go wrong is where you get too much into like the fittings like standpoint where they're kind of designing one for you, even though it might not naturally like suit you or things like that. So like the putter I've had for maybe 7 years. I haven't changed. It hasn't changed from when I first got it. And then from there, I'd say the important thing for me is just practice what you're good at. Because if you practice what you're good at, then when you're under pressure, I mean,
you'll remain steadfast, calm.
If you know, like whenever I'm in a tournament and I get a ball inside 20 feet, it's just go time really, because then you kind of know that that's your comfort place. You've done it so many times before, and then you just rely on your routine that you've done for your entire life really.
Okay, so another important question. So out of your teammates, who is the most like you?
Oh, that's a good one. So we're on our team. We got four English, 4 American. Do you know, I kind of see myself in a bit of all of the English, really. Like I see. Oh, that's good.
And you don't have to, spend all day on it. I mean, like, just don't try to overthink it. I mean,
I see a bit myself in them all because we all love golf, which is good. We're all very sporty. We're all English as well, so we all did the same things growing up, and we do the same things now. Same with the Americans. I mean, we're all very similar because we're all like 20-year-old boys, really. So we're all kind of the same, really, and we're all here because we like the same things and want the same things. So, but if I was to pinpoint it, I'd probably say Joe. Shout
out to Joe and Madison, by the way, on the show.
Do what?
Shout out to Joe and Madison if you're watching at home.
Yeah, they'll be watching. I'm sure of it.
So you say you're like Joe?
If I was to pinpoint one, I'd say Joe. Yeah, I'd say Joe.
And then this question comes from Coach Ben Rickett, who is also one of your favorites. So how would you describe Coach Ben Rickett in 3 words?
Oh, shit. That's a good one. 3 words. I'd say professional, definitely professional, a really good role model, and he's just a man, really. I mean, there are so many people, like, as a coach that I like Ben Rickett. He's such a good coach, but he's an even better person. I mean, on the golf course, he's great. But off the golf course, I mean, when you have someone like Ben Rickett who you can talk to anything, or talk about anything, anyone could. I mean, we talk about all sorts of stupid stuff, and it's nice because when you're off the golf course and you have a person like that who is your coach, but also like your best mate as well. So it's nice. Yeah, he's very special, and yeah, I can speak for all the boys on our team. Really, he's someone that everyone appreciates a lot.
So another question comes from Scott. and he asked, "Are you friendly with the women's golf team? And have any friendships been made with them?"
Yeah, the girls are cool. They're pretty cool. I'm closer to maybe some more than others. Yeah, they're all cool. Yeah, I don't know really. I spent a fair bit of time with the ones from last year because I know them a bit more. But the freshmen that came in as well, they're good. I think the whole boys and girls team really they're all good because everyone's got their own like different story and everyone's different. So it kind of makes it good when like you hang out or you do stuff like that because it's always different. You never know what you're gonna get.
Right. Is there anyone that you want to shout out?
But like I know where this is going. So I'll shout out Tara. I'll shout her out. She's cool. I've played a bit of golf with her now. I'm on a winning streak with her, by the way. So yeah, I smoked her last time we played.
What was your score?
We played 9 holes, and I think I won on 8. But no, dominated.
All right, and then another question: dream holiday destination, and who would you take?
Oh, so I'd go back to so I was born in Ireland. I was born in like a really small village, where there's like 300-400 people. I'd still go back to there in a heartbeat. Yeah, I'd say Ireland with my mum, my sister, my girlfriend, and a couple friends from home, and the boys from here if they want to come, maybe.
And then another question, which is a very important question. So it's the only, excuse me, sorry. It's the only question that's dealing with swing. So Scott Frisbee, he says that I know you work with your swing coach Richard Ellis, Real Golf. How has the pull push method helped your game?
Pull push method, yeah, it's good. It's real good.
Could you explain it for the audience?
Yeah, it's basically my coach from back home, who I've had lessons with since I was really young. He's now like kind of broken down the golf swing to where it's I guess called the push pull method, and it's I don't know how to describe it. Shit. It's basically so the start of impact when you're about to hit the ball, when you make contact, and then the bit after, if that makes any sense. And it's basically just trying to get the club face as stable as possible. Because I mean, if the club face is square before you hit it, square when you hit it, and square after you hit it, the ball can't go anywhere but straight. Well, that's a lie. Obviously it can, but it definitely makes life a bit easier when you play golf like that. It's helped me a lot, and yeah, I'll definitely be sticking with that method for a while.
Okay, and then as we move down from player development, so what is one of your strongest qualities that you bring to this year's men's golf team? And you finished the season off by winning the Bojangles Invitational. You were also nominated SSAC Player of the Week. How many times again?
Me?
Yeah,
one.
I
don't know. No, I actually don't know. Maybe one, if I'm lucky.
So what is one of your strongest qualities that you bring to this year's men's golf team?
Just having a good laugh, really. I mean, when the good thing about all like these tournaments and everything is you travel around America with your best mates, play good, you play shit, like it's still fun. So I like to say that good vibes, and just the whole like just having fun, really. I think even if we play bad as a team and we still have a good, obviously you're disappointed if you didn't win or didn't do.
He's sitting right behind you, by the way.
Who is?
Look behind you.
See what I have to put up with. See what I have to put up with. Terrible.
So continue. They're just sitting outside. They're just sitting outside like it's college game day. Like it's ESPN College Game Day or Good Morning America or something. I mean, it's good though. I mean, I'm not sitting up here. I'm not trying to saying that's distracting. I think it's actually good that you actually have that great support from your teammates as well. So
they're great. They're great, even if they're annoying. But it is pretty good.
But yeah, so continue on with what is one of your strongest qualities that you bring to this year's golf team. You stopped at just having a good laugh and just
because the thing, although 4 years sounds like a lot of time, it flies by. I mean, it literally feels like I've been here 3 weeks, and I'm approaching on the back end of my second year, so I'm nearly halfway there already. But I think if good. Oh.
Hold on, you kind of broke up.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
What'd you last get?
Yeah, you had broke up for a minute, but you said having a good laugh though.
Yeah, just because you're here for, I don't know if you got this, but you're here for 4 years, and that goes so quick. I mean, my first year felt like I was done so quickly. So, yeah, just having fun and just making the most of it. Because if you play shit on your own, then that doesn't mean the team play bad. So just keeping the vibes high and just having a good laugh. And then it makes winning even better. But then it also makes losing more enjoyable if you're connected as a team. And it just makes you as just as a team just in a better place, in my opinion. Because if you can leave the golf course the same way you arrived, you as a team and as players, can't be too far off it, can you?
And then one of the things in the interview with Coach Riggin is that leaving the program better than you found it, and he explained it in a couple of ways, picking up trash, picking up a small piece of trash, or just fixing a bunker. So that could probably tie into last year's 2025 National Championship run. So I like to know the emotions that were felt during during that.
It was again, I'll only ever take positives from stuff like that. I mean, although obviously apart from Jack Whaley who smashed it and won, I think he shot something stupid 10 under the first round. But I'd say for me individually, I learned a load because it's the biggest event of the year. I mean, it's by far one of the toughest courses we played, and just kind of learning how to handle it, because it's so different to any other tournament you play, because it's 4 days of 4 rounds rather than cramming 36 into one day. You learn so many little things. Coach Rickett talks about it all the time, but his 2 national championships that he won were by a shot, just one shot. And although we weren't as close to it last year, you kind of think about little things like that. And when it's the tournament where it's more of a marathon, then you kind of learn what is, I don't know, maybe the percentage play or the don't be an idiot type of play. And especially when 4 scores have to count, because last year I knew that I was going to be the 4th or 5th score, and you're just busting your ass off to make sure that your score counts. So it's a completely different thing, and I'm excited for this year because it's at the same place. And from what I learned last year at Nationals and just the whole year alone, I think that I'd like to say I can help the team out a lot this year. So yeah, I look forward to it a lot.
And it looks like the gentlemen want to come in and ask me a question from your setup. You want to let them in?
What am I doing?
They just DM'd me saying they want to come on and ask you a question from my setup. And I told them that they should ask you from your setup.
I think they've gone now. I think they've gone.
Oh, but
they're not outside anymore.
Yeah, but where were you? So again, what's the move? What's the move going into this year's 2025 run?
I'd say for us boys that played it last year, just trying to give the freshmen and the people who haven't played it the best chance to, or just a little, maybe just a little bit of experience and what we learned from last year. And more importantly, just it's such a long tournament. It's like it's never over. I mean, Coach Ricketts told us so many stories about like people, I don't know, not falling off, but dropping and then people catching up. And you just want to, like, I think Coach Rickett has said it multiple times, you just want to be in it with the last round to go. As long as you just have a chance. If you have a chance, you're never out of it. And we've done it this year. We did it last year. We've come behind so many times to win a tournament. And as long as we're in it with the last round to go, then anything can happen. Anything can happen.
So moving on to the team. So for the team, what's the culture like on the Roadrunners golf squad this year?
The what, sorry?
What's the culture like on the Roadrunners golf squad this year?
Oh, it's great. I wouldn't change it for a bit. I mean, we got an English freshman. He takes a lot of shit, but he's good. He's great. Got a couple new Americans who are good as well. We got JB who just guns it. He's pretty scary long. Jackson who's come in and he's a good golfer. Yeah, everyone's good. I mean, the vibes are always good. We're always having a good laugh. But no, it's good. There's never a dull moment. I think that's probably the best way to put it. There's always something going on.
So, what are some of the toughest courses that you played at this season, and what made them so challenging? You can also go back to last season as well.
Yeah, I think the standout one's probably Innisbrook. That place is just so hard.
Coach mentioned that on the show too.
Yeah, that place is rough. I mean, there are some courses that like I struggle. Like I never. Well, my first 2 years, I've been terrible at Sanctuary. That place and me just don't get along. Nationals at Deer Run was hard, but good. Like I think that was more of a. Like if you're not on it, you're just gonna get shafted. You'll be in all sorts of shit if you're not on it at that place. But all the courses we play, they all have their moments where it's really hard or at first. If you play well, you're always gonna be fine. Which is the thing with all the courses. It doesn't matter how hard a golf course is. If you play well, you'll be fine. But some are definitely harder to play well at.
And handling these tough courses that most PGA Tour professionals play, it comes with a lot of pressure. So when you're out on the course, how do you handle pressure? How do you handle pressure shots or tough lies?
I'd say where I'm quite fortunate is that I'm quite good at not overthinking stuff on the golf course. Like not much really gets to me when I'm competing, but which is good when. It's good whenever you're playing, because if you're always pretty chilled out on the golf course, then I always say it to the boys here, I feel like you're 3 shots up if you can keep your emotions under control. But I'd say if you're under pressure, then just go back to it. It's always go back to what you practice. I mean, you can compare it to any sport, really. I mean, like for me, if I'm ever under pressure, then I always play my left to right fade. I feel like now I've done it so many times. I could hit it like with my eyes shut. So when you're under pressure, it's like the best thing to have, because if you have a shot that you can hit and you know it's going to do what you want, when the situation's a bit high or anything like that, then it makes life a lot easier. But people handle it so many different ways. But I'd say mine is. I mean, I'm so weird sometimes when I play golf. Like I count trees, because then you just zoned out. I mean, if you're like leading a tournament and it's really close, the easiest way for me to zone out is just count how many trees there are on the golf course. Because do you know the funny thing is, it's always more than you ever think. Like you might think there's 40 trees, and before you know it, you're counting like, and you're in the mid-70s. So that's what I do. And yeah, just go back to what you practice, because that is why you practice, to be good under pressure.
So while you're under pressure, sometimes under pressure can create memorable rounds for you. So walk us through a memorable round, maybe one where everything just clicked at that instant moment.
I'd say maybe 2 months ago at the country club, I played Coach Ben Rickett It's one of our many major days, and yeah, I got the better of him on that day. Everything clicked, all the putts went in, and yeah, I was victorious on that day, which I was thrilled about.
What'd you shoot?
63.
So with the mindset and strategy, so what is your go-to strategy when your round starts off rough? Like, for example, you hit like you think you hit a good drive off the tee, but it went like far right into the woods. So
yeah, I'd say it's always like, I think for now with what I've done in the past, like you kind of know if you get off to a dodgy start and like you're not feeling it. It's the good thing about golf is you've got so many more holes. So if you play the first 4 holes and I don't know, you start 4 over, then you've got 14 holes to pull something back. But I'd say it's just start to get your, not your swing back, but when you start small and then you make the odd par and then you just start cruising. 9 times out of 10, like it will all just come back. That's what I think. Is when you start chasing it and then you get off to a bad start and then you're trying to force it to get back to something all right. That's when it just gets worse. Like it's so easy to be 4 over through 4, try to get back to level, force some mistakes, and then you're like 7 or 8 over, rather than just stick to your game plan and stick to what you know best, and then you typically, if you do that, you will never be too far off it.
And then sometimes mistakes also come with being aggressive. So how do you balance being aggressive versus playing safe during competition?
I think that's one thing that I've learned a lot over here with Coach Ben. He 9 times out of 10, if we lead, park off a par 5 over 6. So whatever that means, go for it. And because it's the right percentage play or laying up. But if we don't walk off a par 5 with a 6, you've got a tuck left flag. Don't be stupid and hit it left. Same with the right flag. It's always the percentage play, and like you don't win a tournament by hitting shots like that. It's just by hitting the fewest mistakes. Whoever wins the tournament probably didn't hit the most good shots. They probably just made the fewest mistakes. It's the same on the PGA Tour, really. I mean, obviously they're going to play great golf, but if you compare someone that won to who finished 15th, the person that won would have made fewer mistakes.
And then what do you think separates a great collegiate golfer from a good one? Like from a really good one, like someone who practices every day versus like that great collegiate golfer who's like earned numerous accolades and like has a lot of greens in regulation. Walk us through that.
Yeah, well, I can kind of put myself in that boat. I think the biggest thing is just kind of learning how to score, because like I can use Jack Whaley as an example. So I love competing against Jack because he was the best player in the country. He was just so good. And when I compared my golf game to his, I really didn't see too much of a difference. But then when you look at the end result, he'd win on 10 under par and I'd be a lot off it. So I think learning how to score, and I know that sounds hard, but you can only do that by putting yourself on the course. I'm a big believer in not much good comes out the driving range. I find it so unrealistic and not damaging, but because you're not building something that is course effective in a way. That's how I see it. Like if you're just beating balls on the range and then you're on the course, it's just such a different environment. So that's something that my practice is always course driven. But I'd also say just, what would I say? Playing with people that are better than you, because you learn so much from them. Like I learned so much from playing with Jack, and even the boys this year. I mean, so we got so many people that like JB. He's so long off the tee, which helps him out, and then kind of makes you be like, all right, if I hit it as far as him, then I'll pick up a couple shots. Joe, his putting's scary good. So you just you're always learning, and if you can pick people's brains with stuff like that, then you're always going to get better, and that's why Coach Rickett's so good. I mean, there's not many things that man doesn't know. So if ever I'm unsure or whatever, he's always the first man I go to.
And then we move on to like team and leadership. So my next question for you is how has Coach Ben Rickett influenced your game and leadership on and off the course?
A lot. I think, like I was saying earlier, it makes it so much easier to like get better when you have someone like Coach Rickett as the men's golf coach. He's got so much knowledge, and the best thing about it is like he's a pretty good golfer as well. So he knows it. He just knows like what it's like. He played college golf at a really high level. His amateur career was scary good as well. So he helps you just with things that you wouldn't even think about. Like my course man or how I play golf now is just so different to what it was like before I came over here. He's helped me with just anything. The most I'd say that he's helped me with is like how to get from A to B in the fewest amount of shots. It doesn't like that sounds silly, but if you can get it, how are you going to make 4 in this hole and not make 5? Like little things like that, which I like because it doesn't make it more swing related. Because golf isn't about swinging it good; it's about scoring good. And if you can score good, you're not going to be far off it.
So how do you and your teammates push each other to get better, especially during practice rounds?
I think the best thing about it is we're all so competitive. Like we play for so many things, like whether it's socially, and everyone wants to beat each other. So when you have a team like that no one wants to lose, it's good. It's so good. And Coach Ricky gets involved as well. Like when we play on Friday mornings, we'll always all play against him, and it's like bragging rights, ego. Might play for like cleaning golf clubs or cleaning shoes. And it's good as well because even in the off season, it still keeps that little bit of pressure going and that just like competitive environment.
So what's one moment this season that really showed the team's chemistry or resilience? First off, I'm just talking about the fall season. Spring season is coming up next semester. So what's that one moment this season that really showed the team's chemistry or just its resilience in general?
Yeah, do you know what? I think it was so we started the fall simply terrible. Like no other words of putting it. It was shit. It was so bad. We didn't do well at Sanctuary. And then we went to Innisbrook and we placed so low at Innisbrook. And then we ended up winning our last 2. But I think it was something that the team needed. We had maybe 5 days between Innisbrook and I think it was Greystone. Greystone. And we kind of all just sat down and was like, we're in a hole now. Everyone wanted to get out of it, and which was good because it kind of made everyone a lot more like driven to get out of it. So we not changed our practice, but we just made it more like purposeful. Like everything was just done more like professionally and just more like 1%ers really. Like we were probably like I can say I was probably lazy. Everyone was lazy, but if you kind of have a team that wants it bad, and we did after Innisbrook, like that was a big wake-up call for us. And we ended up finishing with 2 good wins. So I'd say I was pretty proud of the boys with that because it's so easy just to, once you're down, it's so easy to keep going down. But to finish off the fall like we did, I think that's pretty proud of everyone for that. That was a good moment.
And then the last couple of questions are dealing with goals and legacy. So what are your personal goals for the rest of the season and for your golf career beyond Dalton State?
Ooh, this year, I don't really know about individually because I'd say I get most of my, like it's a team, isn't it? It's like this is a team. Everyone, like, although you're playing your own ball, you're playing for a team. And I was lucky enough to get my first win, this individual win this semester, but it doesn't come anywhere close to winning with the boys. So I'd say just keep winning. Like winning will never get boring. I'd like to good run at conference and at nationals, just be in it with one round. I think that's what I want most this year. But what the good thing about this group of boys we got is when I'd confidently say we're nowhere near as good as we can be. So if we keep going where we are, I'd like to say we have a good run at nationals in a couple of months. Give that a good run at.
What do you want fans and future Roadrunners to remember about this year's team?
Maybe just I think it's because we're such a young team as well. I mean, I'm the second oldest on the team, and I'm a sophomore, so we got one senior, and the rest of us are still quite young. So for a young team like us to put ourselves in a mix, whether it's a conference or nationals, it's a pretty cool story. Because the two teams, I don't know about the first year, but I know the last team that won nationals for Dalton, a lot of them were seniors. So for a young group like us, if we could ever get a good run going at national, that's a good story to have. Because I don't think there's been many teams like that. There's always a few seniors in a national winning team.
All right, so walk us through a typical practice day for you from morning to night.
Morning to night. So I mean, I think we're all done with school at like 11. No, that's a lie. 12, 1. And after that, it's lunch and then go time. Really, we're out pretty quickly. Whether we're at a country club, north, on a farm, it's always a bit of short game stuff before. But we're really fortunate with once we've done, I guess, our team practice, whatever that is for the day, whether it's like pitching, short game, putting. Coach Rickett typically lets us do our own like our own things, whatever we need to get better at individually. So like for me, I get on the course whenever I can. I know some of the boys like to do a bit more swing practice on the range, but we're out there for a fair bit. We stay out there as long as we can, and that's Monday to Friday, and then we kind of get the weekends off, but we always play. We play whenever we can, whether it's raining, it's sunny, or I don't know, snowing.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my charger up here. Yeah, so how do you stay motivated? Excuse me, sorry. How do you stay motivated through slumps or off days on the course?
I mean, I'm a bit hard work always beats talent. I think the good and the bad thing with golf is 99% of the time you're going to lose, like individually. But that's why being here at Dalton's so good, or just playing college golf because it's more of a team. So I know if I don't pull my end of the deal, like the team will struggle, and it's the same with every other player on the team. So you're not playing for yourself; you're playing for the group of boys around you, playing for Coach Rickett, and it's not letting people down. But I know if I don't do what I need to do, then the team will struggle. So that keeps me motivated because I know if I pull my end of the deal, and all the other boys will, and we show up, we will never be far away.
So what's a moment when you realize you truly become a leader on the team?
Leader on the team. I guess just being open, really, because the thing is everyone's good at different things and everyone's got their own like not faults, but if you can always give a hand of advice to whoever it is, or just tell your opinion. I mean, there's no point keeping it quiet. If they like it, then great. If they don't like it, then they won't listen to it. But if you can just be like all open to just helping, I mean, you're a team. Like you're trying to get everyone's trying to get better, and I like helping as much as I can because it's just right, really. I mean, if you can see one of the boys struggling and you're like, all right, move your left foot or weaken your grip, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But little things like that, and just being just if you do something and you know it's right, then people will follow it. If you can lead by example, then everyone will. Well, not well. I mean, you'd like to think that everyone will want to be good and be successful. So if you can be I guess, not in charge of that, but just following or just believing in that, then if people want to be good, then they're going to want to join you, and the boys do, which is good.
And also, you mentioned the leadership component. Great leadership comes with great confidence. So, how are you able to keep your confidence up when golf can be such a mental battle, which it really is? It's such a really mental battle.
Oh, it is. I stand by it. I think golf's hands down the hardest sport on this planet, because I think it's physically draining, but I think it's more mentally draining. But I'd say, what was the exact question again?
So how do you keep your confidence up when golf can be such a
battle? I'd say just because just really knowing how good you can be, or just going off past stuff. Like there's no, where you see it a lot, especially like even at this level, sometimes like the difference between a good player and a bad player is you can truly tell how a person's playing by looking at them. And if you can, even if you know you're struggling, if you can just stay in your own like little bubble and just be professional about it, because confidence comes from playing good, but then playing good will come from like the experience, like the past experiences. Because once you've done it once, then you do it twice, and then 3 times, then it's like routine. But when you when it's bad, all I ever think about is what I've done in the past, and because it's not like it's disappeared. It's not like you've just like hit a couple shit shots. You're like, how do I play this? I've forgotten how to play this game. So it's just always just taking a step back and just holding fire. Because if it is going bad, then what most people do is they rush and then they just make stupid mistakes, and then that's where it goes wrong. But just really try not to stress about it, because the majority of the time it's never gonna go how you plan it. That's the thing with golf, is like you're on the course for 5 hours and sometimes more, and if you think that every shot you want to hit is going to go how you want to, then you're just borderline stupid. Like it's never going to happen. So just being open, like, and just being like just chilled out, because as soon as you start getting stressed out, you're just asking for trouble, really. Like it's just never going to go well.
Yeah. And what is that one part of your game right now you are currently working hardest to improve?
My chipping. Yeah, my chipping's terrible.
Good one.
It's so bad. But no, I'll get better at it. But it's not an excuse, but I'm still trying to adapt to all this grain over here. I still can't get my head around it. In England, we don't have any grain. So when coming over here, when you're looking at all this down grain, into grain stuff, that still catches me off. But I'll get there. I got a lot of time to practice it now.
So are you currently using any simulators as of right now to,
Funnily enough, that's my job back at home. So when I go home for Christmas, that's where I'll play all my golf in a simulator. Gone.
So my question to you is that how do you use technology like swing trackers and analytics to gain edge?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like if you do it like right, then it is really helpful. But the problem with like some of this technology, and I'll be first to put my hand up to it, but like as soon as you get like a flight scope or a TrackMan, my mind just goes to like long drive. So if you can use it like properly, then you'll get a lot out of it. But if you can, as long as the machine, like the technology you're using is good, and you understand it, because that was my problem at the start. I didn't know what it meant, so that's why I never used it. But now you can get so much data from that. But I would also take it with a pinch of salt as well, because if the ball's going straight and it's doing what you want, but you don't like the numbers, would you rather the ball go straight or the numbers be good? You'd rather the ball go straight. So just do it sensibly, and I think it's very beneficial.
So talk about a perfect practice session, and what does that look like for you?
Me, I do about an hour short game, whether it is like pace pattern, short pattern, bit chipping, probably hit 5 balls on the range and then get straight on the course. I spend as little time as possible on the driving range. That's not my happy place. I like the course.
And then we move on to competition travel. So how does the team prepare for out-of-state competitions and, new course conditions?
Yeah, I remember my freshman year, so I'm a bit more used to it now because I played all the courses. But my freshman year, it was so weird. Like, you'd go to a course from playing like your home course, and it's polar opposite. I mean, like, you could play on Bermuda grass, and then you come and then you're playing on bent greens, and then you come back and then it's different. So it's definitely a lot to get used to. I'd like to say I'd say I definitely struggled with it a bit in my freshman year, but that's one thing I learned from Coach Rickett a lot is you can never prepare enough, because especially for me it was always on the greens when I had to get used to hitting putts harder because of the grain and it being off the left or the right and just not knowing. So I'd say the biggest bit for me was always just spending that extra time on the putting green afterwards. Getting used to it before the tournament.
And then which team or opponent brings out the best in you competitively? And I think I know the answer to this, but I'm going to let you answer and see if I'm right.
Wait, say that one more time.
So which team or opponent brings out the best in you competitively? And I think I know the answer to this, but I'm going to let you.
On Dalton or just in general?
In general, like who is that one rival that brings out the best in you competitively?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I really have many rivals. Just want to beat everyone. Right.
I think Coach Rickett on his last show had said a Kaiser. I was hoping it was going to say Kaiser.
It can be. I mean, it's everyone. Like, I wouldn't put it down to one. For me, I wouldn't put it down to one team. Got to beat everyone really to win. So it's not one team's right. I'm sure some teams are consistently better, but you've got to beat everyone at the end of the day. Anyone can win. That's why there's however many teams are playing, because they're all there because they can win. But Kaiser have got a good team this year. I mean, I think they got a fairly new team. I played it, like some of the guys that I played with Kaiser, like pretty damn good, but like so are we as well. So it's pretty even.
And then with the traveling aspect of it, what's the vibe like when you guys are traveling with the squad? When you're traveling with the squad, serious focus or fun energy, or even a mixture of both?
Traveling to the tournaments?
Yes.
Oh, it's great. I mean, I feel like there might need to be a couple seating arrangement plans in the Sprinter. We got our senior Tyler in charge of like the TV and the music, and that is so bad. You'd think for how long he's been here, he'd know what he's doing, but he doesn't. But it's typically really good. We have a good laugh. I mean, some of the journeys we take are stupid long, so we never have a dull moment, and it's always a good laugh. And I think the traveling is the best bit, really. I think Rickett said that in the last bit. That's the thing that former players miss, and like I miss it when I'm at home for Christmas or for summer, because that's where you make a lot of your memories. When you're in a tight space with people, like your teammates, for 10 hours, you'd be surprised how much shit comes out of people's mouth when you're in a van for that long. So it's always entertaining.
And then another fun question comes from Scott Frisbee. If you were stranded on the island, which of your teammates would you most least like to be with?
Hands down, Joe. There's not a chance. I'm not spending an island on. No, I'm not doing that with Joe. He'd be terrible. I think Scott would be a bad one as well. He'd start laughing. Dylan, I'd go Dylan, hands down. He'd get me out of there. Trying to think. Tyler, again, not a chance. JB, not a chance. He'd be hopeless. Jackson, I feel like Jackson had the odd good moment. Again, not happening. And Barrett maybe. Yeah, I think, but definitely Dylan. But I'd say Barrett's a close second.
So, if you weren't playing golf, what other sport or career would you want to pursue?
Ooh, I'd be a. That's a good question. I haven't even thought about that. What do I want to do? I don't know. It'd be something sport related. I play a lot of football. I used to coach football, not very well. So I actually probably wouldn't do that. I wasn't very good at that.
Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. So I'd probably something to do with football. I'd say that's my next big sport.
And then the last question, if you could play one dream round of golf anywhere in the world, where would it be and who's in your foursome?
Ooh, I'd play... where would I play? I'd play Old Head and Island with my mum, me, my mum, Shane Lowry, and Tara Phillips.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Dalton State men's golf, Ben Mcfadden.
Cheers to you.
All right.
Download the Urban Edge Network app today or watch online to follow the Roadrunners all season long. Don't miss a second of the action. This has been a Behind the Genius Studios production.